Hi, Leo. Welcome. So, Leo, this is going to be your you versus them. And at the end, I'm going to do a general bonus reading. So, stay tuned. Flipping up the format this month. So, I'm just trialing new things. So, I also have a new camera. I don't know if you guys can tell. And I also have a new microphone. So, hopefully, you guys are enjoying me experimenting and the improvements that I'm trying to make to the channel. But yes, welcome. Also, my readings are timeless. I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's meant for you. So let's get into it, Leo, and see what you can expect. Hold somebody in your mind, person or people that you would like to know more about for your you. Ugh, if I can speak for the you versus them portion. Give it a second. And I'm going to also close my eyes and open myself up to receive messages. And let's go, my Leos. All right. So, overall energy between Leo and the person they are connecting with or are in question about. Connecting energy. Let's see what the overall vibes are. And I got this song. Oh goodness. I got this song for I think it was Gemini, and I'm hearing it again. It's the song Is Somebody Watching Me? Oh, it's my anxiety. I'm sure you've heard that if you have TikTok because it's all over TikTok. So I don't know, Leo, if you have Gemini in your chart, connecting with one, check out their reading. Also, you may resonate with that song. Perhaps you're having anxiety or paranoia, or perhaps somebody's watching you. I'm not sure. We're going to dive deep and see what's going on, though. Oops, I hit my microphone. Sorry. Let's see the cards that came out, and I'll also take a gander at the cards that fell on the floor. The Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So this is all about drama and endings. This can also be closure, but it could also be betrayals. So, ooh, Leo, what do you have going on here? The cards that fell to the floor are inspiration and determination. So maybe out of this kind of yucky energy, you're getting inspired to go after what's best for you, what you want, getting determined in who you are, Leo, right? So let's go further and see what this is all about for your you versus them. I'm going to look at how you both think and view each other, and then how you both feel underneath it all, and then advice. So, what does Leo think about this person? How does Leo view this person? You have the star here. I have lots of air energy as well. You could have that in your chart, or they could, but take it as it resonates. Then the Chariot and the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. So the first thing that I got when I saw this card combination was don't get your hopes up. I don't know if that's what you're thinking, Leo, or this person is, or what that's all about. Take it if it resonates. Um, and it's interesting because the star is very hopeful energy, but then you have the Seven of Swords, which is untrustworthy, something being hidden. So I feel like some of you maybe have held your hopes pretty high when it comes to this person, or held this person like in a really high regard, Leo, and was hoping or are hoping, to see things move forward or progress in the connection. And yet there's this weird hidden energy. So it could be that, Leo, not all is seen when it comes to this person. There could also be trust issues, or again, something being hidden, whether it's on your part or this person's part. There's some sort of false facade here, okay? And it seems to be getting in the way, right, of you and this person or this connection, like moving forward as you intended it to or as you thought it would be. Um, Sometimes the King of Wands, which I feel is your energy, Leo, is masterful and powerful, but it could also be controlling and somewhat in the ego. So be careful about letting your ego also get in the way when it comes to this person or this time frame. And because I'm getting messages like, actually, I'm getting a song. Something about not something not being in alignment with what you ought it to be, what you thought it to be. Um, like some of you, it's as simple as like, hoping for progression here, but then also questioning or doubting that that's going to happen. And some of you, that's coming from a place of anxiety and paranoia, and it's not based in reality. But then there's others of you where there actually is something being hidden. So let's dive a little bit deeper and see what is happening here. We're going to take a look at your person and see how they're viewing you, Leo. I cannot get away from that song. And I did the Gemini reading like a full week ago. So, um, yeah. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. All right, they have the Judgment, the Moon, the King of Swords. It actually came out in the reverse, and I feel like it meant to come out that way, so I'm going to leave it, even though I typically do not read reversals. And then the Ten of Swords. So there is some sort of ending here on a karmic level or energetic level, and I felt that in the overall energy as well, Leo. There's something this person has been trying to let go of on an emotional level, but they've had a difficult time, I feel, with that. Sometimes the King of Swords in the reverse can be really detached, really aloof, really cold. And sometimes it also can be like somebody who keeps things to themselves or who's being silent, right? It could be that this person is going through something here, Leo, that they're not quite sharing with you, or maybe not on the up and up about, or maybe not ready to express or admit here. Being as this is showing up in how they view you, Leo, there does seem to be a great depth of emotion here. There also seems to be something that they're trying to let go of. Um, and I don't know. I feel like they're also trying to like cut themselves off from feeling something, like not really letting themselves feel all of the emotions. Maybe it's really overwhelming to them and they're trying to process or in their own way, or they're trying to move away from that because maybe it's uncomfortable to them. But there definitely is some sort of change or ending showing up here. So let's see how you're both feel or feeling about each other underneath it all. So Leo, how does Leo feel towards this person? Nine of Wands, very guarded. How does Leo feel towards this person? Ooh. The Eight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. It's interesting to me that the first message I got was guarded. But then I see there's all of these pentacles here, which is actually invested. So you're guarded, yet you're invested in this person somehow. Or maybe you have some ties here, and I got the saying ties that bind, whether that be spiritually or through family or through work, I'm not sure. But there's some sort of tie here. Um, and in your heart of hearts, I feel like you're dedicating maybe time and energy to uh, grounding yourself, really, but you also may feel a sense of dedication towards this person, especially if you've invested a lot of time and energy into the connection, and or you've had like some sort of long-term commitment with this person. Um, It could also be that this is more of a protective than a guarded type of vibe here. You may feel very protective over this person. Um, you may want to work on things with this person, or work on the give and take and the connection. So, yeah, and I feel like Leo, if you are committed or this is long term, there's a sense of loyalty here, which is very Leo like, right? Because you're a fixed sign, and I feel like Leos get a bad rap, but I actually feel like when Leo truly loves you, they're actually very loyal to you and will see things through um, the long term. Okay. So let's see this person's emotions. How do they feel towards their Leo? How do they feel towards Leo? Justice, Page of Pentacles. The Tower, I'm going to keep it in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles also in the reverse. So there's a lot of changes happening again, and it's happening more so on this person's side. But I feel like it is somehow affecting you. And let's not forget that your overall energy was endings and drama. So there might be also drama around this person or this connection or whatever. Um, I feel like this person is trying to stay balanced. They're trying to focus on the potentials, the good, things that make them feel grounded. But I feel an upended energy here. So a lot of instability over here, a lot of big things coming through for this person, and it's kind of halting um, progress or like things from moving forward temporarily. Temporarily in their heart space, I feel like they're taking on too much, or there's a sense of like taking on too much and then needing to slow things down, or things just coming to a complete stop until they can process something or like refocus themselves or rebalance themselves in some way. It could be that there's outside intrusion around the connection as well, or things that are going on that are outside of their control even, or maybe that's what it feels like to them. In their heart space for how they feel about you specifically, I feel like there's so much going on with this person. Like, yes, there's potential here and they want fairness and balance, but I also feel like they're unfocused at the moment. Okay. So let's see what the advice is. And I'm actually going to clarify the drama card because don't we need to know a little bit more about that? So let's see, what is the advice on Leo's side? Seven of Cups. And I also want to know the Seven of Swords. Seven of Cups. Ace of Cups. It's confusing because you love this person, you know, or you have love for this person, right? And I guess the advice here, Leo, is to wait until the confusion lifts, right? Wait until the dust settles before you make any choices. Be true to yourself. Be true to your heart. Don't make any assumptions or decisions that are permanent before you're ready, right? Because I feel like whatever's being hidden or whatever this confusion is, it's going to come to a head or to the surface. We're getting ready to go through another full moon, I think around June 11th, and that may illuminate things a little bit more. But yeah, sit tight, Leo, on that one. So let's see this person's advice. Ten of Pentacles. Ah, the Ace of Cups. Okay. And the Page of Swords. So this person's being encouraged to, stick to their guns. All right. But what I was going to say is kind of also similar to what I told you, which is to stay grounded, stay committed to, what they have laid forth for themselves. They also have the Ace of Cups. So there's love here. There's mutual love here, I feel. Um, there's something exciting happening and freeing happening for this person, but it's like they have to process something or they have to clear up something before they can go into that energy. So in the meantime, they're kind of being encouraged to focus on like family and home and like areas of their life where they feel they have a bit more control over, because I think in another area they feel very out of control, and to kind of give their love and focus and attention to that and try to be lighthearted a little bit more. So let's see what the guidance is then. Oh wait, no. Let's be nosy for a sec. Let's see what the drama is about. Is this drama related? What is, give us more on the drama card? The Emperor could be coming from the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, the drama could literally, and I can't get away. Am I in the drama? I'm sure you guys know that skit. Could literally be coming from a male figure, a very dominating, controlling person, or it could be feminine as well, air sign or fire sign in particular, but take it as it resonates. Um, well, yeah. But regardless of gender and all of the signs, whether it's air, fire, water, earth, I don't care. Wherever this drama is coming from, it is coming from a place of wanting to be in control and a feeling of being out of control at the same time. And it's creating drama, or a sense of um, unrest in the energy, whether that's coming from you or this person or somebody outside of the connection. Let's get one on the Seven of Swords. What's being hidden? Oh, okay. So for a lot of you, really, this is more so to deal with anxiety. That's where that song came from, than, something truly being hidden. Okay, that's for the majority of you. Um, a fear of that, if you will. But there is a small sect of you where there is something being hidden. It is in regards to this person. Um, like they're looking elsewhere, or they are, you know, like there's passion here in the connection with you, Leo, or a sense of loyalty, but they're also distracted or looking elsewhere. There's no other way I can say that. All right. I feel like you're going to know which group you're in. The majority of you, this is just your mind playing tricks on you, okay? So let's see what the guidance is then for Leo and their person, and then we're going to do the bonus reading. Card number 12. I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. People are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there, but it's because of their own contradiction to their own desire and the thoughts that they offer about the subject every day. When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feel good while you think them, that means you are becoming a match to that desire. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with those desires will come to you. Wow. All right, Leo. Zodiac signs that I see in this spread, lots of air, particularly Aquarius and Gemini, but also Libra, Pisces here, Scorpio here, Virgo, Libra again, Aries, Aries again, and Cancer. Also Sagittarius or another Leo possibly. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go into your bonus spiritual reading. Let's see what else we have coming through for my Leos. So I have another song in my head as I clear the cards. He says, "Bridge over water, I'm jumping in." It's also from TikTok. Oh my gosh, I gotta get off TikTok. All right, let's see. Whoops, I wasn't ready yet. Leo, what does my Leos need to know during this time frame? Just in general, for my Leos. What else does Leo need to know? Eight of Swords and the Tower. So, if there has been some sort of restriction or something being hidden, because I felt that in the you versus them, there's enlightenment here. There's something coming crashing down. Sometimes this is like a bolt of lightning, like the truth coming in, right? So I feel like that's not going to last. Also, if you've been feeling stagnated or restricted, just like in general, there's going to be some sort of shift or change or movement in that situation, right? So let's see what the Osho Zen has to say as well. You have Beyond the Illusion, Rebirth, and the Miser. Why the Miser? Sometimes the Miser is an encouragement, by the way, to spend your money more wisely or to save up your money, Leo. Just saying. But it also to me is like, you know, control. And instead of trying to control things, they actually want you to be a little bit more free flowing and take it moment by moment, right? There is some sort of, again, change coming through. This is the card of rebirth, and also something that's elusive or being hidden or that there's an illusion around is about to come crashing down. So let's see. Leo, what else you need to know? I'm going to test out these cards here. What else for my Leos? Whoa. All right. Six. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, these are new. 7 of coins. The 8 of cups. And the 9 of pentacles. So, okay. Oh my goodness. That's a ton of cards here. Okay. 3 of cups. So this may be the time period, Leo, where you're closing the chapter on something that you've been waiting around for, or that you maybe invested your time and energy into, but it's just time to, move forward or away from that. This is also a time period where you're really being encouraged to, make your own choices and come from this more independent mindset than maybe you've been having. The Three of Cups does highlight your social circle. Let's see what else. You have the Two of Cups, the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords again. Goodness gracious. King of Cups, the 9 of Swords, lots of swords. Lots of swords and lots of emotions. So basically, that means to me that there's a lot going on in the headspace and a lot being processed in the emotions right now. Especially when it comes to relationships or a specific relationship. Again, your social circle is being highlighted. There is like some sort of vacillation going back and forth here on that topic. And just feeling, stressed or pressed. This card always makes me laugh. Maybe it's immature, but this is my pain in the ass card. Can you tell why I would call it the pain in the ass card? Yeah, okay. So maybe you've got just a pain in the ass, right? Or somebody's being a pain in the ass right now. Or maybe you are, I don't know. But I feel like there's like a lot of elusive energy here, and there's that hidden card again. And yet it's next to the King of Cups. So somebody's hiding their emotions, whether it's you or another person. Say if like you're having a lot of anxiety or doubts or whatever, but you're not ready to share that, with your person or other people. You may be hiding that, or pretending to feel fine when you're not really fine, Leo. It could also be that somebody you're connecting with is hiding their emotions, you know, Maybe they're having a lot of anxiety or fears, but they're keeping that hidden for whatever reason. Um, the Two of Swords here is like not really knowing what's coming, or like a fear of the unknown. And this is all happening on an emotional level, Leo, like meaning like I don't feel like there's like imminent threats happening in the physical necessarily, but there is a lot of things to uncover emotionally, or that you're dealing with emotionally, or you're connecting with somebody who is. Um, it's just like a whole lot of uncertainty right now, and things kind of feeling up in the air. And I think that's why you're being encouraged, right? To stay grounded. And that came up in the you versus them as well. To put your focus and energy on you and what you enjoy and what you can control. And you know, I'm not saying not be there for other people or a certain person, but I'm saying be there for yourself first, especially if it feels dicey or it's taking you into a space that then makes you emotionally unstable, right? Um, so I think that's your primary encouragement, Leo, is to stay grounded. There is, like I said, a big change here. I feel this coming around more the relationship aspect or emotion aspect than anything else. Um, but yes, let's see what the guidance cards have to say for this portion of the reading then. Card number 6, and that's weird because I was gonna say stay focused on sixth house stuff. Like sixth house is work, details, diet, your daily habits, like the things that you actually can control on a day to day basis. Like that's where your focus really needs to be right now. Okay, this says, my most important relationship is with my source, aka myself. There's no relationship of greater importance to achieve than the relationship between you and your physical body right here and now, and the soul, source, God from which you've come. If you tend to the relationship with yourself first and foremost, you will then and only then have the stable footing to proceed into other relationships. Your relationship with your own body, with your own money, with your own parents, children, grandchildren, etc., your world. All of that will fall easily into alignment once you tend to the most fundamental relationship first, the relationship you have with you. I don't think that could have been a more perfect card for what I just picked up in the tarot. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Very interesting. Gonna leave it there. Zodiac signs that I see in this part of the spread, lots of water and air, primarily Scorpio, but I also have Leo energy here. Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing. Keep in mind it is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Help me get to 200,000 this year, guys. Please subscribe, tell your friends, share me in your tarot groups. Um, yeah, and I hope you enjoy the improvements that I'm trying to make with updating my camera and my microphone and all that good stuff. But also find me on Facebook for more fun stuff. I do a daily collective reading there, so if you don't want to miss out on a daily reading, follow me on Facebook. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of my Facebook, as well as all my social media accounts. Otherwise, wishing you the very best. And until next time, namaste.